welcome to springtime in the Motor City. I'm in South Detroit. Actually, there is no South Detroit, but there's that Journey song that has something, lyrics that go something like born and raised in South Detroit. So if you had to pick a spot, this would be it. It would be, Fort Street would be Main Street of South Detroit, and it would be the area that's south of the Rouge River. And it's pretty much dominated, the northern part, by Marathon Refinery. But here on the south side, nice school here. Flowers. This was actually Easter Sunday, so how apropos that the flowers were doing their thing. 1925, the born on date. Okay, here's South Detroit. I had a little oil stain on the map, but yeah, just south of the Rouge River, next to River Rouge and Ecorse, and Melvindale on the other side, the west side, Dearborn on the north. You buy, we fry. There's a few places that do it like that, and you can buy them outright over there. Good brickwork and tile work up top. A few stress cracks, but people were dressed up. Certainly, Easter's a big dress-up day, and the weather cooperated quite nicely. A lot of people went to church earlier in the day. Here, a Hispanic church, if my Spanish is good there. Hey, look at that, Detroit Pistons. Yes, they're coming back to Detroit this fall. Wow. The Pistons of Auburn Hills are making their way back to the city. Yes, indeedy. All right, well, they have a park here, and it's right off I-75. I could use that thing to smash the bumps out of my back lawn. You can really twist an ankle. Hey, that was a land yacht over there. And here, build a wall. This is what I presume the wall in Mexico would be like, separating the two countries. Yeah, that's a pretty wall. Okay. Kemeny Park. That's where I'm at. We're going to check that out. This is when they did the back-to-back deal. But Marathon Refinery, certainly a big business conglomeration here in South Detroit. Okay, founded in 1701, so if you're heading north on I-75, you get that sign. There's a little park here where they had bushes. Yeah, and they're doing the signs up now. It's not just like a metal sign. They really got this done up nicely. Built to last a little longer, I guess. Speedway, I guess that's part of the Marathon name. This park here has several soccer fields, slides, benches, picnic tables. And that used to be the Tiger baseball. Maybe they don't advertise. Here it was kind of a partly cloudy day, partly sunny, maybe mainly cloudy at this point, but it held off. People practicing their golf. So, thought maybe it was an Easter egg, but no, it was a golf ball. Yeah, big park area to be sure here. Basketball courts, they were in use, complete with nets. And then here, tennis courts, hey, they got their nets too. Alright, so I made it up to Schaefer, here an abandoned gas station. And River Rouge, they have quite the team. Definitely, so hopefully good academics also. Alright, well here's It's part of the Lake Erie Circle Tour, but yeah, to get on I-75, the ramp is closed. I'm not quite sure. They're doing work on the southbound lanes, but anyways. 1929, born on date. A floral place, Tammy's? All right, here are the trees. They're all lined up. It's just that fire extinguisher is off a little. Then on the other side, a different variety of trees, but they got them lined up too. Purpley trees. Perfect Beat nightclub. I don't know if this is like even younger kids, kind of like the teeny boppers, no alcohol, if that's kind of what the club is. Could be wrong on that. Here, this, I would have been all over this deal. 2 hamburgers, a pop and fries. Yeah, but they're no law. It doesn't look like they're open. Okay, so Kemeny Park and Recreation Center. So that one looks well maintained. Good deal. Good deal indeed. There's several churches along 4th Street here, and a nice boulevard. Here, well, in front of the fire department. I missed it around the first go-around, but they got the Dalmatian thing going with the hydrant. How clever. Used tires, $25. And, yeah, some of the homes have seen better days. This caught my eye. This was kind of like on display, a 300. This is a real early 300. If you guess, well, here, Etzel, it's not a Ford, though. It's a Chrysler. So, full chrome in the front. Yeah, the 4 headlights, low beams and high beams. Little fins on the fenders. All right, nearby, Maddie's Heavenly Kitchen. Some of these buildings certainly are doable. They look solid. Omaha Street. But there's certainly room for improvement. So for all income brackets, basically, if you have some acumen, I should say, to repair things, construct things, a handyman kind of thing, there's plenty of homes in these parts where little elbow grease, little work, little planning, you can fix these places up. Here, look at the siding here. It's like shingles, but nice colorful pattern. But then you'll have the burned out homes, so every neighborhood, in a sense, it's a work in progress. Tequila elevated to an art. Who knew? Wow. Art is everywhere. Even in your tequila. Okay, here we go. Like a nursery. I think I got this. A for apple. B for boat or big bird. C for cookies or Cookie Monster. I'm doing good, ain't I? F for fish. And E for egg. Where was the D? I missed that. I wasn't paying attention. Here, guy's happy. He's clicking his heels. This was that computer place. A technologies computer service. Here a bar. I think this is closed up. There's that guy on that mini bike again. He was buzzing all over town. Here, well, concertina wire. Artistic wire at that. Okay, well, custom hitches. This is the U-Haul place here, but it's like a big self-serve. You got to pay attention, too, big time. There's, like, rules and all sorts of things. Caution, wow. Late fee charges. do not do stuff. But yeah, I guess you could come here after hours. Or I think people are moving more back to Detroit, so that might be a good thing for the lot. It's interesting. That's usually the go-to guys, U-Haul people, to see if people are net influx or outflux. There he goes again. All right, well, this was like a metaphor to Detroit, but things are turning around. Yes, indeed they are. All right, further down on 4th Street, this is Lincoln Park Lofts. It was the Park Theater. Luckily, they kept the nice, beautiful movie theater facade. Look at this house. I love this house. Oh, that greenhouse was well done. Well, my friend Jim, this is where he hangs out, and a beautiful tree out back. Nice purpley flowers. Alrighty. Okay, that did it for Easter Sunday. Hey, they re-aired this. Listen about Detroit here.
An organization that is helping the people of Detroit to renovate business spaces and teach them small-scale development.
One of my proudest things is that we have a course that's called Real Estate Essentials. So it actually teaches Detroiters the very basics of small-scale real estate development.
And Chase says that although the population of Detroit declined, the city never died.
It certainly is a misperception of people who come here who think, oh, Detroit is empty.
And he says it's a great place to start your career.
My career path that has happened here and those of my friends and family just couldn't happen in any other city.
But if you're looking for a fresh start to stretch that pay a little further, here's a little advice.
Come and check out the neighborhoods with people.
All right, that was on the list. Okay, wait a second. Press stop. I got to change tapes here. But yeah, Detroit's a, great place to stretch the dollar. It's affordable. Get affordable housing now. We got other issues like with the schools and still a little bit of an issue with crime, but all that stuff seems to be getting better. Okay. Or not as bad, however you want to say it. Okay. In Dearborn now, Tillman and Park. I had to park the car. There's an event going on, American made. So I figured I was okay that I could park here. It's a Ford product. It might have been made in Mexico. I don't know. Back then. DET.com, that's the website, and you can find out what the show times are. And a little brief idea of what the show might be. All right, look at this tower here right on Michigan Avenue, Main Street, Dearborn. One team, one mission, one Dearborn. Yeah, the police are out. There's going to be the Martians have invaded Dearborn. There's a race going down here. Look at the crowd here at Ford Field getting ready for this.
By Mr. Jeff Barnett. Great job there, Jeff Barnett, performing the national anthem. All right, riders, please come up to the front, please. All right, please. And we'll get this race here. Timers, are you guys ready? Thumbs up. Runners, are you ready? Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're up and running. Here, 2017 Martian Invasion of Races. Go get them, guys. Congratulations, go get them. Record times. Set your timers. There's Mr. Barnett just crossing the start line. You got here pretty fast. Where'd he throw his trumpet?
I'm gonna add a little guitar and make it easy to move your feet.
Oh, there's my sister Michelle waving. There's Chris waving. Yeah, the family was involved. My other sister and brother-in-law were also racing. But I got a bum ankle, so I just videotape. I'm lazy. But they're off and running, those Martians, they are. And it was kind of crazy. Last year, snow flurries, cold. It was quite the weather event. And I think because of that, they moved the race back a week or two. And the actual race falls now on Earth Day. So Martians were kind of invading Earth, or, you know, you can play around with that some way or another. People did get dressed up for the occasion. Here's the timing system and so forth. They track you. And then recycling, well, this is a good thing for Earth Day, certainly. And we're seeing more and more of this, where we are recycling things, and we're not a total throwaway to the landfill society. This is where you registered. They had a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon. The Milky Way is the full marathon, I guess. I was tired, so I sat on the bench here. And we have, the spring thing was blooming. You get all the nice colors. And then there's kind of like this nice little bridge over the Rouge. Kind of scenic here. And with recent rainfall, it was moving pretty good. I thought that was some, like, animal or something, but no. Here, a Martian for real, and several of them, I guess they can sleep on top of each other, no problem. Bocce ball, they'll get this going probably in short order. And picnic area, I mean, this is a big to-do around homecoming time and the like. But a well-utilized park to be sure. Here again, I think it's the Middle Rouge. Here, I'll have to look at the map again. There's a lower, middle, and north. Okay, we do have entertainment. All right, these runners were for the 5K is what I'm taking it at. And some of the youngsters, wow, they're really clocking some decent times there. Nice purpley tree. Another bridge, and then wildlife here on the ballpark. Ballpark number 2. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a map. Last year they showed the maps of the race, the routes, and so forth. I didn't see anything this time. I should have asked at the information desk. It's up to 40 degrees now, so still a little chill in the air. These Martians apparently, they first went through China before they got here. Okay, I love the sewer covers here. Hometown of Henry Ford. Yeah, buddy. All right, storm water outfall. This is number 24. If you see anyone doing anything suspicious, there's a number to call. This was recently redone. They did some of the sidewalks and a walkway along the Rouge. We'll see that. This Martian got dressed up. Okay, if you're in Dearborn Heights, this show goes through CDTV in Dearborn. They're the ones responsible for the broadcast. So a shout out to those people that do it. Oh, he's telling me here's the leader. That would be the leader for the 10K is what I think that's what the guy said. Here. Thank you. The leader for the women. And I'm started at 8, so that's about right for a 10K. 30 minutes. So, yeah, but look at it. Well, here's a nice smokestack, but we're going to go across the street and check out something here. But Andiamo's been here for a while. Now, here's looking down Michigan Avenue, and here's looking eastward. And here, the official sign, Martian, Invasion of Races. So they got a 5K, 10K. It's something, I think, for the kids. This is, I guess the name's going to be the Ford Garage. It's going to be a restaurant, kind of like a burger joint, that kind of thing. So it kind of looks a little bit like a service station with the bay doors, but it'll be nice in the summer. I was trying to see look at the door handles, how cool. But I was trying to see a sign or some logo or advertising. They don't have anything up yet. This is from the back side here. There's my evil twin. Just call him Donald. Here, look at the smokestack. And no smoke coming out of it today, but it really, on certain days in the winter, it'll be like billowing out of there. It's the Ford power plant. But, okay, well, our new train station here, it's been a year, but now wood ties, but then these are the newfangled ones. They're made out of concrete or some kind of maybe composite. All right, so Saturday, April 22nd, my camcorder runs a little hot. Bird nest up there, but these things are heated, which is kind of neat. And so this is the Amtrak line, and you could go to Chicago if you wanted from here. How about it? And going back the other way to Detroit and on to Pontiac. So there's 2 tracks now. They don't really use track 2 too much, I don't think. The idea was people would come here and then be able to exit from the train and walk right into Greenfield Village. Well, 2014 has it been there? And then even if you're vision challenged, there you can they have the Braille there. Okay, so the Henry Ford, I don't know. There was a guy over here sitting in this truck, not that one, next to it, but I don't think anyone really exits the train and goes right into the village. I could be wrong on that, but it seems like you would stop at a hotel first and drop off your luggage and do that. Okay, 3 trains go to Chicago and 3 will come back on a daily basis. Okay, we're going to take the stairs up. And these would be the stairs to the roof. They got individual steps marked off for you. All right, well, now I'm up above the tracks, but they got dots painted on the window, so it's hard to focus. Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't see it. They keep it nice and clear, but yeah, those dots get in the way. All right, here's looking down at the waiting room. And I'm going to take the stairs down. Yep. Exit. I'm good. Yeah, this was a nicely done station. Here, press and guide. Look at the thing here. Post bar. It says, in hot water with city. Being in hot water is never a good thing. Either literally or figuratively or any which way. It's not a good thing. There they had a map for the downtown Chicago area. Look at this here. They're talking commuter rail, and they're talking about a 38-mile route. And they've been talking a while, but let's look at the map. It'll go from Detroit, the New Center area where the Amtrak line goes to. Now we have the M1 rail going down to downtown, but then we would have a Dearborn station here, then another one, connecting you to the airport. Oh my gosh, somebody's got their thinking cap on. And then going to Ypsilanti, I'm being sarcastic, I'm sorry. And then on to Ann Arbor, so a 38-mile route. If they got this going, this would be great. But we do need some kind of mass transit, rapid bus or whatnot from the airport to downtown. And that's long overdue. We need that. Here another train service. Here they're saying this one here, accelerated rail to increase the speeds. And this is what we should be concentrating on, is infrastructure projects, not just for roads, but for rail and for airports and your sewers and the bridges and things that kind of you don't think about all the time, but you notice when there's an issue with it. So some good facts and figures there about rail, so I'm all into that. I wanted to get some updated schedules. Sometimes they fluctuate a little bit as far as their times, but I got some information. All right, the runners go along the Rouge River kind of and go through a nice little park area and then exit where they, we'll see them. I'll cross the street here. This is the John D. Dingle Transit Center. This is where they come up from the park, and you can see the runners as they make their way to the finish line over at Ford Field. And they had a decent, I don't want to even hazard a guess what the number of runners that participated were. You can almost never get enough cowbell. Maybe sometimes you can say, well, give it a rest, but usually cowbell works. Here, this was a new kind of walkway thing. This is all new from last year. And so Andiamo restaurant has a nice little patio overlooking all this. So how about it? What a difference a year makes. Well, Dearborn's trying to become more pedestrian friendly, cycle friendly, all that, not just all about cars. Cars is a good thing still, but people like to have a variety or a choice. Here, look at the tables that got set up, and probably some performances every now and then, maybe including some banjos. Here, the historical museum. That's the only gift is a portion of thyself. That's cool. Here's Orville Hubbard. Usually people are like larger than life. They made him smaller than life, but yeah, they repositioned him. He used to be in front of the old city hall, but now that's where he is. Here you can see the Martians lining the route. Beautiful flowers. Just here, Martians again, one peeking over the other's shoulder. Yeah, I got actually a text message from my sisters said, hey, we finished the race. So I missed them at the finish line. They had already crossed the line. It was like, here it is, the finish. They call the 10K the Meteor one. There's my two brother-in-laws. They're both named Chris. Here's the medals they would get. The Glass Academy made these medals. If you're like the top 5 or 10 in your age bracket, and everyone, I think, my sister was showing me the medal there, so yeah. 1896, the Wagner House. So we did an urban planning tour after the race. They were all up to have a coffee, so we were walking through Dearborn here. And I've always liked this gas station. And then this banks always were pretty prominent there, but that one's nicely done. A little pocket park. Okay. Planet Earth. MartianRaces.com. That's the website. Okay, painting with a twist. I've seen several cities do that now. Yeah, combining art and drinking. It's like peanut butter and chocolate, really. Here, the coffee house, and they have some pictures from kids adorning the front door, which is kind of clever. And they had a map here, and the West Dearborn Downtown Development Authority. Look at this, and I love when they delineate all the buildings, and Wagner Place Development, we're going to keep an eye on that. But they had specials. Here was my coffee. It had honey in it. Here the password, beans, beans, beans. And opening night was, just a few months ago, in February. Yeah, so exciting for them. This, I guess, is the roaster. Maybe they grind it and then roast, and then the hot air exits through the top. Desserts. Then my sisters have done this before, the bike ride, Tour de Trois. There's the website on the bottom. And we have our very own Statue of Liberty. There, my sister Sue was one of the, what'd she do? I think she said 5th. I forget now. Alzheimer's is kicking in. But she got one of those medals that the Glass Academy made. And Michelle, my other sister, or one of my 3 sisters, she co-owner of the Glass Academy, and they made those medals. So my sister thought that was kind of neat, getting a medal from her sister in a roundabout way. Yeah, I've always liked that little tower thing on top. In 1896, I think I said it incorrectly. I thought maybe East Dearborn or Eastbourne was older than this part of Dearborn, but I'd have to say this is probably the older part of Dearborn. Now they got a brewery here. And yeah, Martian business specials. That's kind of a neat thing, have a Martian race. They were having fun. Look at 100 miles. Are you nuts? So this person did the Boston Marathon. Here, if you remember from like last week's show, people were asking what her name was. Delma. I'm almost positive. Like 99% sure. Okay, well, no tickets. That's cool. Yeah, a Ford Escort should count as, even if it was made in Mexico. I don't know. Okay, well, these developments seem like they're well maintained or kept up and well occupied, but they're right next to the rail line. They're still singing the blues, though, at that the old post office. They got to figure out what to do with that. Now, they're only using one of the rail lines here because it's kind of shiny. Here, this one's all rusted out. Wow. But, you know, to help, they should always have two lines. I hate when you're taking the train and you got to stop and wait to let a train pass. That's part of the infrastructure improvements that they want to do to increase or lessen the transit times for the train, is to have two lines all the way through. But apparently freight takes priority, which is incredibly crazy to think that, but that's the way it goes. All right, well, here, a new building. Look at the way the glass is, and they're now leasing. So there's a phone number for you to call if you're interested. But, yeah, beautiful day here. Some people cycling. And my sister said, and she's involved with the Chamber of Commerce, but there's like two different Chamber of Commerces, I guess, in Dearborn. One for the east side, one for the west side. So, all right, now I'm checking out my bird feeder. I got some birds with a little color here, but I monitor it because there's some squirrels that have figured out how to get at it. Those clever little buggers. Okay, well, I'm going to do a reenactment here. I work for a place where we have trucks come in and trucks go out, but it's basically auto parts in, auto parts out. But there was a truck line, not like perpendicular there, but it was horizontal across here, and I had to go around it, and I'm reenacting this. This was my Titanic moment. The worst part of, and I didn't chip the concrete, someone else did that, but I did it enough that I put a nice gouge in the door panel there. The worst thing about it was I couldn't blame anybody for it. It was totally my mistake. I'm going to say my evil twin probably distracted me, something. But, yeah, that guy right there. Bad dude. But anyways, later that day, I said, okay, I went out to the suburbs here, but I'm going to trade in the Escort, and I'm going to focus on a Focus here. This is it. Oxford White. And they gave me the keys. Imagine that. What were they thinking? But Motor Capital, this car fit me out of Montana, but I'm gonna miss those scratches on the back from loading up the lawnmower. DET.com. That's the plate just transferred right over. But, yeah, I was a little melancholy. I'm going to miss this thing. I mean, I remember cars through, I've been at Motor Capital for 21 years, and the first car I had was a Granada. I love the way that rolls off the tongue, Granada. Here, it's hard to see. I'm going to have to show this later. Michigan, built with pride. This is made in Wayne, the city of Wayne. It's Michigan Assembly, and it's right off Michigan Avenue. Here, I had somebody try to break in the car, so it screwed up the door lock, and here that Titanic thing. It didn't break the glass, though, and the power window still works. So it had some rust spots on the hood. I mean, it was broken in. It really was. Here in the front, I ran over some carpeting or something, so the front, faded paint, faded headlamps, kind of a thing. And these are nice clear headlamps, so, but it was hard to let go. Maybe it might be akin to, breaking up with your girlfriend, or your girlfriend breaking up with you. It was like, oh my gosh, this is harder than I thought. Here I'm leaving it with 158,832 miles, so, and this is what I ended up with, if you can bear with me here. Oxford White. And then standard equipment, so you see what's there. It was basically the SE package, so it includes all the basic standard stuff that you would expect. The only thing, like automatic transmission, they still charge for that, so automatic transmission was $1,095, and you can't get around that destination and delivery. Yeah, that equipment group 200A is the SE package. So anyway, small cars aren't selling because gas prices are relatively low and people are buying the SUVs and the truck. Here, the final assembly plant, they say Michigan, but it's right there in the city of Wayne, south side of Michigan Avenue. And I think they'll call it Michigan Truck next year when they start making the Ford Ranger. So here's the fuel economy. So, I was just soaking this all in. This was a Friday, April 28th, and they had the end of month sales, so we're going to fire it up. $5,000 off in rebates. So that seemed pretty good. So I'm getting used to the gauges here. It has a rear backup mirror. This is new to me. So the Escort was that's a 1997 model, and I'm updating 20 years to 2017. Yeah, that's the last I'm going to see of the Escort. That was hard. Okay, here we go. This is Sunday, April 30th. This is also the day where I'm doing the voiceover. So I went out even though there was a threat of rain, but kind of held off. It just light rain here and there. Here's some sculpture work with, looks like car parts. Here, information. And their email address. And this is right next to the lodge. And there were some new condos built across the way. Okay, and then a school here. And new development, urban planning, Selden and the lodge here. And it just came out in the news that big development in Midtown. for housing and the like. And here, Thomas Jefferson Intermediate School. And born on date 1922. Then look at these guys up here. This is the basketball player, I think. And then that's the bookworm. But then it repeats itself. Like there throughout. So neat. But yeah, this big field, it used to be the Wiggly Recreation Center or whatnot. They tore it down. And a huge parcel of property there, but it's going to be a housing project, and some of it will be set aside affordable housing. But we're basically walking distance from the new hockey arena, and there you see Jumbo's Bar. That's got some history. They have some street cred over there. That's the Masonic there, flying the American flag way up top. And they have a skate park here. So some youngsters were doing that up. And here, for the millennials, they love this kind of stuff. Bike lanes. Yeah. All through here. Look at this. Nice, easy, green, grassy field. They don't have to do much tearing down or nothing. All right, vine action. Every building comes into play now because this neighborhood is just making a huge comeback, and it's kind of a connection of the dots between downtown, Midtown, and Youth Center. There's James Brown. Yeah, this is inside Jumbo's, and this is Jumbo himself. Okay, across the way, I can't tell you if the hardware store is still going to be around or not, but it's always good to have a local hardware store because they know the neighborhood. And so when things go wrong or bad, they know you bring in the parts or whatnot. These people know what you're talking about. That's why neighborhood stores rock. But there's some homeless people that still have kind of set up camp and shop here. So it's multiple ranges of, because there's soup kitchens and what, so there's homeless people. The income levels go from the bottom all the way to the top. There's some pricey things going on through this neighborhood now. Those towers up top, these are for seniors. They kept a couple of them. The other ones, they kind of imploded. So here the youngsters are making use of the park. And I'm basically doing the detour. And I love taking tours. And my favorite city is Detroit, so constantly going on detours. Off in the distance, the GM Global Headquarters. Yeah, there was a little puddle action. They had a couple tents set up. Community push. I don't know if it was some organization, maybe a fundraiser. I don't know what was actually going down. All right, Museum District, a little ways up. Here's one of these trails, an urban trail. Usually the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but they were crisscrossing through here. Yeah, I'm showing the area. There's a nice pedestrian walkway to go over the lodge. I'm backtracking, but here you can kind of have tunnel vision. But this is a nice way to get across to the other side. All right, Frank Street. Okay, back Walking back to where I parked, but we'll take another look at the sculptures here. And I believe they're all for sale, and it's open to the public at certain times. Well, they'll have the gates open. But this here on a Sunday, it wasn't open. Here they're doing some work on this house. So there are works in progress all over the place, and then there's little jewels interspersed in between. Well, this is the front side of that house, but yeah, they're having concrete. That work's already done. Look at these. Some of these might be rehabbed. They're not in the best of conditions, but some people are, you can't beat the location now. You really can't. So I'm sure the appreciation for these homes has gone up substantially since the hockey arena. Okay, I just went up Woodward Avenue. Here, the home of the Model T. Henry Ford. Yeah, read this up. Yeah, this was like the administrative building. And I parked here to show off my new Ford Focus in front of probably what amounted to their world's headquarters at the time. But you have to ask Ford now what they're doing with this building. This is crazy. Make it a little museum or something. But boy, oh boy, it's just like fallen into total disrepair. Look at the stairs here. They're crumbling. It's like, I can't imagine why they couldn't do something with this, but who am I to say? It's always easy to spend other people's money and so forth, but this is Ford history. Come on now. You just got to read that sign again. Holy cow, if there's something that should be preserved, that sign should, the building should be. Holy crap. And it's artistic up here, too. I believe that's Puabic tile. And it doesn't really look like any two tiles are alike. And they got it at the very top and then in between. So, nice colors. And then the finished product, I think, came out of that garage door right there. They painted over it. It said something around there. But I believe right there. So Model T Plaza, they have a shopping center. They even had some nice, good history in the McDonald's. I got something over there, and they have stuff about Model T. They said, yeah, it's kind of interesting. You can have any color you want as long as it's black. And that's kind of why I put the white car out there in front, because that probably would have been unheard of in the day. But, yeah, they got a little urban trail going through here, and then look at this, Woodward Avenue, All-American Road, and it should be part of the Dream Cruise. I've been belly aching about that for years, but if there's any city that should be involved in the Dream Cruise, it should be Detroit. Just saying. But okay, so there I am. It kind of looks good, but the focus here, but yeah, ask Ford what their focus on the property here is. I believe they still own it. Here's the turnstile for the workers to enter the plant. Nature is going through there and doing its thing. I love the ladder to the roof. But look at, the broken window theory. Yeah, how can you have that? Shame on Ford, really. I understood back in times when things were tight for the auto industry and it was touch and go whether, the companies would survive or not. Yeah. You don't want to spend money, at that time, but now things are going good. Yeah, make this a museum or even a little showroom or something. All right, well, I'm above Woodward Avenue here, and this is an abandoned rail line. I could have sworn there'd be train tracks up here, but they tore these all out. They should maybe make a bike path or something. I don't know what that symbol means. School, school, school. But it's no longer here. This is Highland Park and the polar bears. I've watched, and they had a good football team for a while there, and they tore the school down. The school was crazy because it was built like it was a frozen meat locker kind of a thing. There was like no windows in the school. It was just where the entrances were, where you had the doors and a few windows up top. That was it. It really looked like something for polar bears to like. But yeah, they tore this all down. They got the Black Death fence, and here's the sign. We'll walk over there. Yeah, the death fence. It's over. What are they going to do with that property? There's the polar bear. Highland Park Community High School. And on the other side, yeah, this 5900 Woodward. But no polar bear. It's all faded out there. But yeah, Woodward Avenue right here. So I was just doing my little HP tour, Highland Park tour. Look at the nice walkway through here built with these stones. And then this was the modern version. They should have just kept the first one. That was adequate. Okay, first moving assembly line. Yeah, I mean, there is history here. Are you kidding me? The $5 a day thing? You know, oh my gosh. What are they thinking? They're not. They are not. Seriously, they need to do something with this. Somebody, this show airs in Dearborn. Somebody at some time from board might watch this. Somebody should, tap their boss on the shoulder and say, report that there's some idiot driving across our front lawn in a Focus. What the hell is he doing? Yeah, well, normally you wouldn't be able to do this across anyone's front lawn and do a lawn job like this, but my Lord, do something with this property. Holy cow. Welcome to Detroit. Okay, so I went south on Woodward, and I want to check out Woodward Village. Look at that, established 2014. In last week's show, or a couple weeks ago, I told you about this magazine called The Hub, or Weekly Circular. Maybe it's monthly. The Hub Detroit. But this was all about urban planning, so this is my cup of tea. And here they're calling themselves village people. And a lot of families, they're saying now. So they got it delineated out here. Woodward Village Neighborhood Association. Okay, so there's the streets, but I'm going to show the map so you'll see it. Little known pocket and hopefully attract buyers. Yeah, this is good news. Getting near the top of the hour. I'm going to have to continue this on next week's show. But folks, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be. And take care. Good night.
It's my will. We're together.